God is saying to you, stop scrolling. Stop rushing. Heaven is interrupting your timeline because you are not supposed to miss this. Right now, there's someone watching over you from the realm beyond time. They are whispering urgently into your spirit, trying to stop you from making the wrong decision about someone who's silently fading from your life. You think you've got time. You think they'll stay, but Archangel Michael was sent to stop this moment for you. Because if you don't listen now, you'll carry a silence that could echo through your future. This is not just a message. This is a soul rescue. You felt it, haven't you? That strange quiet between you and someone who once made your world brighter. The way their voice doesn't reach you is the same. The way their laughter sounds farther away. They haven't left yet, but something inside them has. And Archangel Michael says, this is your moment to look deeper. Someone from heaven, a loved one who still surrounds you, is urging your soul to wake up. The one you're losing still loves you, but their soul is tired. They're drowning in their own silent emotions. And unless something changes, they'll start to drift for good. Type in comment 1 receives this word before it's too late. That person you're thinking of, the one whose name just echoed in your chest, is more spiritually connected to you than you know. Even now, their heart feels your distance. Their spirit aches for something more, but they can't find the words. And heaven sees it. They see you both missing each other while standing in the same room. And Michael says, it's time. It's time to say what you've been scared to say. It's time to be bold, vulnerable, and fully present. Because if you don't open your heart now, someone else might close theirs forever. Pause here for a second. And if this is reaching your spirit, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe so these divine messages never miss your soul again. My beloved child, you keep asking for signs. You whisper, God, should I fight or let go? You replay old messages. Look for meanings in dreams. Reread memories. But Archangel Michael says this is the sign not just for closure but for clarity. The person you are worried about still feels connected to you, but they're starting to numb themselves. They're not angry. They're exhausted. They're waiting for a moment that proves you still care in a way only you can show. Heaven is saying, don't wait for the funeral to say what you needed to say while they were alive and reachable. Heaven has watched too many people regret the silence. This message is not about control. It's about connection. If you truly love them, then love them enough to ask how they're doing. Love them enough to check in. Love them enough to care even if they act strong. Because heaven is not only watching what you say, they're watching what you do. A and D is how many divine moments are lost. Archangel Michael is not speaking to your ears today. He's speaking to the egg you haven't shared with anyone else. You know this message is for you because it found you right on time. Type in comment. Heaven knew I needed this message right now, today. This moment is more than spiritual. It's emotional. It's divine intervention disguised as a YouTube video. And Michael says, stop calling it coincidence. The lights that flickered the dream you had last week. An unexpected memory. They were all signs. This loved one in heaven has been watching your silence grow and your bond fade, and they couldn't stay quiet anymore. So they came through heaven's gates to plead for your attention. And now I'm speaking their words through this screen. The person you love is hurting quietly. And heaven says that doesn't have to be how the story ends. Take a breath with me right now. And if this message has found a sacred place in your heart, like it, share it with someone who needs it, too. And subscribe to this channel so heaven never misses your timeline again. There's a moment in every soul's journey where love has to become action. And for you, that moment is now. You're being asked to pause your day, not to scare you, but to save something beautiful. Because heaven knows this person still wants you in their life. They're just tired of guessing how you feel and the spirit watching from heaven. The one who prayed for you, raised you, or loved you when no one else did. They are crying out from above, saying, don't let this person walk away thinking they weren't worth your words. You still have time, but it won't stay open forever. I need to gently say this. If you are someone who feels led to bless this message, there's a quiet way to show your gratitude. Just tap the heart icon below. And if you can choose something like $20 or $30, use a thank you offering. It's not payment. It's your way of saying this message found me and I believe in it. Even a small blessing becomes part of heaven's echo. Your kindness makes it possible for others to hear what you just did. Thank you in advance for being someone who listens and gives. Type in comment. I still have time to reach the one I love. You don't need to fix everything, but you do need to feel. This is not about being perfect. This is about being real before it's too late. The person who's slowly detaching doesn't want to leave unloved. They just need a reason to stay. And Michael says you can give them that. Even if you feel awkward, even if the timing feels strange, even if it's been a while, don't underestimate the power of a simple message, a kind gesture, a heartfelt question. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's that you said something at all that heals the other person's soul. Archangel Michael is standing beside you now, not with a sword, but with light. His wings are wrapping around your spirit as you read these words. And he says, peace can return, love can mend, and what looks like a goodbye can still turn into a beginning if you listen, act, and believe. This is not just an ending. It's a doorway. Heaven wants you to walk through it with love, not regret. So say what's on your heart. Send the message. Make the call. Hug them a little tighter. Because angels don't interrupt. Unless a miracle is still possible. Not because you're unworthy, not because you were never enough, but because life has reshaped them. Just like it's reshaped you. Storms you both never expected came and broke some things inside. Responsibilities weighed heavier. The sparkle faded under layers of exhaustion. At some point in the middle of all this change, they got tired. Tired of pretending they're okay. Tired of giving answers that didn't match what their soul was really saying. You've been sensing this, haven't you? That's subtle, quiet, the way they answer with a smile that doesn't reach their eyes. It wasn't always like this, but lately something sacred has started slipping. You've looked at them, really looked. You've studied their silences. You've noticed they no longer tell you about their dreams the way they used to. You remember when their eyes lit up at even the smallest joy. But now there's a fog, a distance, something you can't quite name, but you feel it like a chill in the air. And every time you try to convince yourself it's nothing, your spirit pushes back. That voice inside you whispers, no, something's different. You've tried to wait it out, to hope it's just a season. But heaven says the time to wait has passed. The time to see clearly has arrived. Type in the comments. I can feel the distance, but I won't ignore it. This is not about begging. This is not about chasing. This is about presence. This is about waking up before the damage becomes permanent. The truth is most people don't leave with the door slam. They leave quietly. They stop showing up emotionally. They stop dreaming out loud, stop laughing from their soul, stop hoping with you. And by the time they physically walk away, their heart and mind have already gone. That's why this moment is so holy. That's why heaven is reaching through this message asking you to gently speak the question that may heal everything. What are you not saying about my love? Someone in the spirit realm sees everything right now. They see both of you standing side by side yet worlds apart. They see the history, the love, the good days and the painful ones. They see how much you both still want to make it work. But pride and fear have built walls. They see you laying in bed wondering what happened. They see your tears and they're weeping, too. Because this connection isn't just important to you, it's a divine thread woven by heaven itself. And if it's still sacred to you, now is the moment to honor it with truth. Like, share, and subscribe if you feel heaven's hand on this message. Let's not talk about perfection. That's never what saved a relationship. What says it is wrong? Trembling honesty. Even if your voice shakes, even if your words aren't poetic, what they need now isn't someone who says the right thing, but someone who says the real thing. Someone who notices they're pulling away and doesn't pretend it's all okay. They need to know they still matter. That you see them. That you care enough to break your silence first. That you'll show up with heart. Even if you don't have answers, type in the comments. I still care. Even if I don't know how to fix it, they've been drifting not because they want to leave, but because they don't know how to stay in a place where they feel invisible. They've convinced themselves. You wouldn't understand if they spoke the truth. They've been telling themselves not to need you. But deep down they still hope you'll ask. They still play your favorite song. They still reread old messages. They haven't let go yet. But they're exhausted from holding on alone. And what hurts the most is they believe you haven't noticed. But you have. You just didn't know how to speak it. This is your sign. You've been asking for confirmation. Asking why your spirit feels disconnected, why your peace feels delayed. It's because you've been carrying the weight of unspoken emotions. And the person who needs your presence the most right now is the one you keep hoping will just come around. But heaven says, don't wait for them to make the first move. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The moment is now, before they retreat so far you can no longer reach them, before what could have been turned into what never was. Super Thanks is now open for those who want to quietly say this message touched my heart. Tap the heart icon. Choose an amount, even something simple like $2 or $5 and send your quiet thank you to help continue these messages from heaven. This is for the older ones. 2. Yes, even if you're not used to these things, it's very simple. Just tap the heart icon under the video and follow the steps. Heaven sees your support. Now, lean in closer. There's something heaven wants you to understand fully. That person you feel drifting, they're still watching, still waiting. They want to know if you'll notice. They hope for a reason to stay. And even if they don't say it out loud, your small act of honesty might be the very thing that shifts everything. Don't let silence write your ending. Don't let time erase something sacred because you were afraid to speak. The door is still cracked open and heaven is giving you a final chance to walk through it. Type in the comments, I choose love before pride. I choose presence over fear. Yes, it will feel awkward. Yes, you might not get the response you want right away, but I promise you, your soul will be lighter. Your spirit will feel peace because you did what most never do. You showed up when it mattered most. You loved with intention. You said, I don't want to lose you, not like this. And even if they don't say much in return, they will feel it deep down. They will feel safe again. That's how reconnection begins. That's how God heals what the world tries to tear apart. And if they still walk away, then at least you'll know you gave your truth. You poured it out raw and real. Not because you expected a perfect outcome, but because love without expression is like fire without heat. You didn't let fear silence you. You didn't let pride keep your heart locked. You didn't stay silent just to avoid the ache of rejection. You chose courage. And even if the story doesn't end the way you imagined, you'll have peace. You'll breathe easier knowing you didn't shrink in the moment that asked you to rise. You'll sleep at night with a heart that knows it tried. You won't carry the weight of silence on your shoulders anymore. You ought to spend the rest of your days wondering what if I had just said how I felt. That kind of silence is heavy. It creeps into the quiet hours. It shows up in your dreams. It whispers through your memories. But now you won't be haunted by the words you never said. You'll have peace not because things ended perfectly, but because you showed up with honesty that matters, that heals. And even if the world doesn't applaud you, heaven does. Because truth spoken in love is never wasted. Not even when it feels unnoticed. Type in comments. I won't be silent. I choose truth over fear. Heaven is watching. The one who sent you this message. The one on the other side who knew your heart before you knew theirs. They are smiling now. They are not watching you with judgment. They are watching you with pride because finally you're listening. Finally, you're hearing what was whispered for so long in your spirit. Finally, your heart is awakening. And now you stand at a crossroads. What will you do with this moment? What will you do with the truth that has found you at last? This is not just another video. This is a heavenly invitation to step into your purpose. And when heaven speaks like this, it is not to pressure you. It is to protect you. It is to rescue you from a future filled with regret. The pain of unspoken words becomes a shadow. It follows you into new relationships, into new chapters, always pulling at the corners of your joy. I don't want that for you. I don't want you to carry what was never yours to hold. I don't want you to look back from a better season and whisper to yourself, why didn't I say it when I had the chance? Because some chances don't come twice. Tap the heart icon below. If these messages give you strength, choose any small offering. It's your quiet. Thank you. Even $2 or $5 can help keep these messages flowing for others. Heaven sees your support as seed, not charity. You may think they already know how you feel. You may assume they see the depth of your heart, but people often smile while they're breaking. They crack jokes to cover the ache. They nod and say, I'm fine. When inside they're wondering if anyone would notice if they disappeared. Sometimes the strongest souls are the closest to walking away. Not because they stopped caring, but because they're tired of feeling unseen. They're tired of being the only one holding on. And you were never meant to let them go without knowing what they meant to you. Typing comments, I still believe love deserves one more honest moment. You don't need a perfect speech. You don't need to write a novel. All you need is one moment. Just one where your truth meets theirs. A moment that says, I still care. I know things have changed, but I'm still here. That one breath of honesty can note a wall that took months to build. That single sentence can reach into the heart of someone who thought all hope was gone. That kind of truth is holy. That kind of truth revives what you thought was already buried. That kind of truth might just save the connection you were praying wasn't truly lost. And if your heart is breaking just reading these words, it means you already know. Deep down you feel the shift. You feel their energy drifting. You feel the absence even when they're present. The silence between you has become louder than the words ever were. But still you wait. Still you hope. Still you pray. And heaven heard that prayer. This message is not random. It's not a coincidence. It's divine. This is your sign. This is heaven reaching across time and space and whispering to your soul. Don't give up. Look closer. Speak before silence comes to an end. Like, share, and subscribe if this message found you at the perfect time. Help others who need this heavenly sign find their way back to truth. That person, they are not just a passing chapter. They are connected to your purpose. Your souls met for a divine reason. They entered your life not just to teach you lessons but to awaken something sacred inside you. You made a soul promise long before you ever met. You agreed to meet in this life to learn, to love, and to evolve. Maybe even to let go when the season demanded it. But heaven is clear. The time to let go is not today. Not yet. The light hasn't gone out. It's still flickering. There's still a pulse of hope. And if you move now, if you say what's burning inside your heart now, the light can grow again. It can shine brighter than before. Child, you are stronger than you think. You are wiser than you feel. Your intuition is not lying to you. Your soul knows what love looks like and it recognizes it in this person. Even if fear says, stay quiet. Your heart is crying out. Speak now. Open the door before it's locked. Say the words before the silence becomes your story. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be honest, and that is enough. Typing comments "I will speak" before the silence becomes permanent. Let me show you this from heaven's view. You and that person were once so connected your souls could hear each other without a single word. You didn't need constant texts or long talks. You could feel them. They could feel you. They knew your joy before you spoke it. They felt your sadness before you shared it. That kind of bond is rare. That kind of bond is holy. It's not something earth gives easily, but lately something has changed. The silence isn't peaceful. It's heavy. It's cold. It's turning moments into memories before their time. Heaven saw their tears. Heaven heard the way you said their name when no one was around. Heaven watched you both fight to stay strong while your hearts scream for comfort. And now heaven is stepping in because the time has come. Time to remember. Time to speak. Time to choose love again. Soon they will face a decision. Soon a moment will come that changes everything. What you say or don't say will matter more than you can imagine. It could be the start of something beautiful again, or the quiet end to something you were never meant to lose. They are not gone yet. They are not unreachable. Their soul still remembers yours. Their heart still aches for what you once had. Even if they seem distant. Even if they say, "I'm okay." Don't let that lie become your truth. Believe what you feel. Believe what your spirit knows. You were meant to love them deeply, and you still do. So let your love be louder than your fear. Let your truth be stronger than your silence. Because someday you may wake up and they'll be gone. And you'll wish. You'll wish you had spoken when you still had the chance. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to reach 10,000 divine subscribers very soon. Please share this video to your loved ones. Type Amen to affirm. Thanks for watching.